Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing the new Blind Guardian album, The God Machine. So I have a full retrospective covering the band's entire discography, and you can check that out if you want to first. As for their latest outing, being the first one since Legacy of the Darklands, which came out 3 years ago, and their first proper power metal album since 2015's Beyond the Red Mirror, I was anticipating this album for a while, and while it is another solid power metal album, it's not the best we've seen out of Blind Guardian. I may be in the minority because it's getting a lot of critical acclaim, but yeah, I don't think it's the best album they've done. So let's get into it. So this album returns to the band's more aggressive, riff-oriented roots which could be found on their first 2 or 3 albums. So if you enjoyed that specific era of Blind Guardian, you'll definitely enjoy this album. Hansi Kirsch's vocals, you know, for a power metal singer in his 50s, if I'm correct, they are still incredible. You know, they seem to defy age itself. So you can expect plenty more of his signature high notes that could be found on many iconic Blind Guardian songs. The majority of the songs here have a very traditional power metal aesthetic, although there is a power ballad in the form of Let It Be No More. You know, power ballads are usually slower and more mellow compared to everything else, and Blind Guardian has a good track record with power ballads. Lyrically and thematically, this album has a lot to offer, you know. It takes inspiration from literature such as Patrick Rothfuss's Kingkiller Chronicles. I've read the first book in that series, and maybe I'll have a review for it one day. American Gods by Neil Gaiman, The Stormlight Archives by Brandon Sanderson, The Witcher series by Andrzej Sapkowski, and even TV shows like The Leftovers and Battlestar Galactica. As far as the pacing goes, this is a very short and sweet album. It's just over 50 minutes and there are 9 tracks, so it's very well paced. It never feels like it's meandering or chugging, and it never feels rushed. However, this is still one of my least favorite Blind Guardian albums, so I'm gonna explain why right now. Now, the reason why this is not what I would consider to be among Blind Guardian's best albums is because I kind of wish that it had a bit of the flavor you would expect from albums like Imaginations from the Other Side, Nightfall in Middle-earth, and maybe even A Night at the Opera to some extent. You know, to me, it just wasn't as experimental or as symphonic as those other albums were. And there are 1 or 2 okay songs here and there. They're nothing spectacular. My favorite track is Let It Be No More, and my least favorite track is Violent Shadows. So yeah, those are my thoughts on The God Machine by Blind Guardian. I can still recommend this to you if you're unfamiliar with the band, or even with power metal in general, because it is still a great album. It's just not one of my all-time favorites of theirs. So now that I've covered Megadeth and Blind Guardian over the course of this weekend, next time I'm going to be doing these 2 shorts that are essentially discography rankings for both of those bands. So you can look forward to those very, very soon. And yeah, thank you all for watching guys. Please be sure to like the video, share it and subscribe, ring the bell, take care, and I'll see you soon.